I saying Nduta should carry his own cross? At the same time, this John Njoroge should carry his own cross. Why am I saying? In the first place, why was Nduta? Nduta is an adult who is 18 years old with his mind operating optimally 100%. What I'm saying this.
Mr. Professor, Nduta cannot escape from this. She's an adult, she's a mature woman, she knew what she was doing.
Exactly, but according to the testimony he gave to Vietnamese, according to the testimony, it really proved she was used by John Njoroge to traffic the drugs. And Mudavadi and the Kenyan government have appealed that ruling by applying what we call execution stay of orders, ili asinyongwe. One of the reasons Mudavadi is telling us for this purpose of this application, of this appeal, is that Nduta wasn't represented by a lawyer in Vietnamese court, which is a lie. Why am I saying Nduta should carry his own cross? At the same time, this John Njoroge should carry his own cross. Why am I saying? In the first place, why was Nduta? Nduta is an adult who is 18 years old with his mind operating optimally 100%. Why did she agree to be used by John Njoroge? So he should take the blame for being used by John Njoroge, but the issue of drugs to Margaret Nduta should be uplifted on his case and be placed on this man called Njoroge. And what am I saying? It is high time we Kenyans we wake up, because we are living in a rotten country, and you are the people who will be in that position to uplift this decay in this government. Mr. Chairman, before I summarize, Mr. Chairman, the issue of drugs, I think all over the country, Mombasa is the most affected county, and it's virulence with these drugs. I know very well, even the police here, the OCS and the county commanders and the president himself knows who are these drug traffickers. They know very well. Why can the government, with all that government machinery, go for these drug dealers instead of going for those people who consume the drug? They should go for those people who bring the drugs. For example, these drugs pass through our airports, they pass through our port, and we have security checks. How do these drugs evade these security checks and get into our country? And we have security checks in our borders and even at our international airport. It means there is a problem in this country in security issues. Na nimeshangaa sana ya Donald Trump jana alipotoa another executive order ambaye ameban 22 African countries. I was very disappointed kama Kenya is not among the 22 Kenyans. The 22 countries of Africa, we should be banned. We should be banned. Now leave Donald Trump. How did Kenya escape this one? How? So it is these guys who colonize and the big economies who are destroying our country. And Mr. Chairman, before I sit down, this guy called Morara Kibasu, I like him so much. I like him not because he is a politician. I like him because he's exposing the roots of this government. And by the time this guy exposes the roots of this government, you should be supporting Morara Kibasu. And that should not confuse Morara Kibasu by exposing the roots of the government, should not give him a direct ticket to become the president of the Republic of Kenya. Let him do what he does best by exposing what the roots in this government for us to be aware. The issue of majority and minority in the National Assembly. To me, I say it is the High Court of Kenya which did a mistake. It was a misjudgment. Because Azimio took 14 prayers to High Court to be determined by the High Court of Kenya. Out of the 44 prayers, only one was granted. And the most important one was grant number 31, which clearly stated that the High Court should declare. There is a difference between pronouncing and declaring Azimio as the majority party in parliament, and announcing, like as if it's doing a pronouncement, that Azimio is the majority party in parliament. There's a big difference. And therefore, Moses Wetangula went to Court of Appeal, and we warned Moses Wetangula as a lawyer, when a High Court judge is sitting and presiding over a case with 3 judges in a bench, it is constituted judicially as a Court of Appeal and a High Court. And we advised him not to go to Court of Appeal because the verdict has already been sealed. Now, the Court of Appeal upheld what was said by High Court. So Wetangula has one more bullet in his gun. He has to protest Supreme Court to challenge the declaration of that Court of Appeal. But what might Wetangula do? I advise Wetangula not to waste public funds to go to Supreme Court. He should go with supersonic speed to declare Junet Mohammed as the majority leader. Why? In 1 month's time, we'll be having a finance bill 2025-2026. And if that finance bill will be coming to parliament, brought by Kimani Ichung'wah, people will run to court to declare that finance bill unconstitutional because Kimani Ichung'wah is not recognized now by the standing orders and by the virtue of the ruling of the High Court as the majority leader. So the Wetangula should go with the speed and declare Junet Mohammed as the majority leader. Finally, before I say, there are so many things affecting the people of Kenya. Nduta niliwaambia ni mmojawapo wa wajanja kabisa katika nchi, is the smartest politician in Kenya and he knows how to play